Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Andrew here, along with my sister Kelly. The subject of today's video, if you didn't look at the title, and I don't know who all does that, maybe I'll name it something obscure and symbolic. No, but it's probably going to be something weird like How to Pet Your Peeves. So, we're going to discuss pets that peeve us.
Just to name a few.
To name a few. Okay, so there are things in this world that drive us nuts. Pet peeves, if you will, and you will if you speak English. So, Kelly.
Yes?
What is one of your pet peeves?
Okay.
And why does it peeve you so?
Cupcakes. Oh my. Let's talk.
I thought this was going to be good, but cupcakes, please, enlighten us as to why cupcakes peeve you so.
Let's talk about cupcakes. They are my favorite food. I love cupcakes. They are. I love them. However, the cupcake delivery system is completely out of hand. You get a flat of cupcakes, yes?
Okay.
At the grocery or wherever. And you go into class, or you go, I say class because I bought some for a friend a couple nights ago. Or a party or wherever, and you can't get to your cupcake want, right? You go in and it's like, you're like, oh, have a cupcake. And you're like, I can't go in because you inevitably will get frosting all over and it tips to the side. There's no good way to get a cupcake.
Oh, so out of its little cupcake holding tray?
Yes.
Because its top is flush with the top of the
yes!
tray, so you're like digging your
fingers
into
like,
the cupcake.
You can't just be like, oh, thank you for the cupcake. There's no good way to get a cupcake. You just can't do it.
Someone should invent a utensil for removing cupcakes.
Or why don't they just like a little Easter basket? Like it has a little top. So like a little handle that you can just like lift out your cupcake. And then it's just plastic, a little plastic ring, and then that can be thrown away and you can eat your cupcake. But every single person that takes a cupcake, and then they get their thumb, and then the cupcake next to it, and so that person's like, well, I don't want that cupcake because someone's thumb's already been in this cupcake.
Yeah. Have you tried like slapping the pan from the bottom and it pops up and you grab it? No? It probably wouldn't work. It'd be fun though.
It's annoying as hell. It's the only good thing is that so many people say no that you go home with a lot of cupcakes. Ding.
You get to here, have some cupcakes. Oh no, I couldn't. No, really.
No,
They're
really,
impossible to get out
I
of the pan. I'd get them all over my thumb. I'd get my fingers in everyone else. Oh, that's a shame. I guess I'll just take them all home.
So
my plan worked.
So since they're perfect for me, since I love cupcakes.
Yes. So
this is so annoying. They need to figure out a better cupcake delivery system.
So not the cupcake in and of itself.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a cupcake. There is nothing wrong with a cupcake. Okay. There's only good with a cupcake. It's the delivery of the cupcake.
Right.
So freaking annoying.
And you can't just, flop that sucker over.
No. There's no, but even when you're like trying to be nice and you do the homemade cupcakes and you put them all on like on a circular thing, you still have like a plate of cupcakes that are all touching, and so their frosting is all commingling, and then you still go in and you still get the cupcake on.
Maybe the little paper wrapper that surrounds the cupcake, which you shouldn't eat. But I did when I was small, just to be silly. I'm like, no, it's part of the cupcake.
Paper.
I will eat it.
At least it wasn't a foil one.
No. If they made them longer, and then they splayed out around the cupcake, you could pick it up by the little sides of the paper and lift it out of the pan.
There are so many good, remedies.
Although I do like your almost Christmas hook idea. You just...
Yeah. Like just a little, like
a little basket. Little wire basket thing. Just
pick it up.
Pick it up, take it with you.
Boom. Cupcake. Done.
Yeah. Improving the world. One cupcake delivery system at a time. Right. One of my pet peeves is the microwave. Well, not so much like the cupcake. It's not the microwave.
I was going to say, I think
it's
a fantastic invention.
Right. Microwaves. What really...
Frost your cupcakes?
Yes, what frosts my cupcakes is when people use the microwave. And I'm going somewhere with this. Is when people use the microwave, they put something in the microwave, they close the microwave, they put it for a minute or so, and they heat their food, and then they decide, it's ready now, and they open the microwave before it's done cooking. So there's like 3 seconds left on the clock, and they take their food out, they close their microwave, and they just walk away, leaving the 3 seconds on the microwave. Hit clear or cancel! Oh, it drives me nuts when there's like 3 seconds left on a microwave.
I do that.
And it's not like I really need to know what time it is. I mean, I have a phone. Thank you, work, for paying for my BlackBerry that I rarely ever use. There's a clock on the wall.
There's no clock on that wall.
There's a clock near where the microwave is. And in fact, in this house, the oven is right below the microwave. There's a clock right on it. But I was thinking more at work. If the microwave is here, there's a clock on the wall over there. I could totally see what time it was. But, man, drives me nuts. It's like, if you realize that if you have it, that your food heating needs down to the split second, it's like, oh, no, 1 minute is just too much. You know, that extra 3 seconds would overheat my burrito. You know, so if you know it takes 57 seconds exactly to heat your Hot Pocket, 5-7 start. Why did you put in a minute if you know? That's too much time.
It's not about, it's impatience.
Of course, they're probably just hitting instant minute, which is shorter than going 5-7 start. But, you know, still, that's why it's a pet peeve, you see.
I do it because I don't like the ring.
You hate the beep, beep, beep thing of the microwave, yeah.
And I don't want to hear that.
Is a forklift backing up? Your excuses, your reasons, your justifications for doing so mean nothing to me because it still annoys the crap out of me. And I will stop whatever I am doing. You know, someone could be on fire and I could be running towards them with a pail of water and I will stop to hit clear on that microwave just to get rid of that damn 3 seconds left and put it back in the time where it should be.
Damn skipper.
So what's another pet peeve of yours?
Well, I'm going to irk some of your viewers now.
Oh, okay.
By saying the word, can't even do it with a straight face. Yes, right? Moist.
Moist.
I can't stand people. Do you know about this phenomenon? The people who
I understand the concept of moist.
Oh, ass. There are people, and a significant amount, who can't handle the word moist. I know these people.
Really?
Oh my golly. You should Google this. You should look into this. Turn
safe search on before you Google moist.
Okay. There are many people, they cannot handle, they're like, oh, it skeevies them out. And I'm like, get over yourself. People who, I work with these people. It's not like I go around all day going moist because not many things in my work environment
if I
are
knew
moist.
Someone had a problem with that word, I totally would.
Sure.
And Jerry.
We do. We
moist.
Often are making cupcakes and they are quite moist. But just, it's a word.
And you'd know that if you could get them out of the pan.
This is true. You're missing out on a very moist cake.
Are you sure you don't want to go after this cupcake?
It's quite
moist.
But no, there is. You should really look. It's people. There was an article in.
So you're not bothered by the word. You're bothered by people who are bothered by the word.
Yes.
Okay.
You immigrants out there.
All right. Second pet peeve of mine.
Oh, whoa. See, mine are all these tiny, cute ones, and yours are really getting under skin.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the problem when you're me and you have two settings. You have pleasant nothingness and furious rage.
I'm talking about cupcakes, and you're like...
I'm talking about...
You could hang the person who...
I will kill you!
You took your Hot Pocket out 3 seconds early!
I will submerge your face in a tub full of lye if you don't hit clear on the microwave. What's wrong with you?
All right, next.
Where was I? Number 2?
Yeah, still.
Okay.
Half hour later.
Let me set this up for you, because unless you happen to be a workmate of mine, you wouldn't know what I was talking about unless I gave it the proper context.
Oh, okay.
So at work, we have had what was called the honor bar. Right. Not quite, no.
I'll pay for it later.
What? Yeah, that is what it was. We had a little wire basket of chips and cookies and Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookies and sodas in the fridge, and you were on your honor to drop 50 cents. It was later changed to 75 because many people were not on their honor. You drop 75 cents, you grab a bag of chips, cool, or a soda, or cookies, or microwavable burrito, or whatever it is. Hit clear. So honor bar. So we had a change can for you to drop your change in. And we had, if you didn't have exact change on the day that you wanted some instant oatmeal or whatever, you could write out an IOU. And we had little pads of paper and pens and a little cup sitting there. You could take a pen, say, my name is Steve and I owe 75 cents, and you tack it on the board. Some people, after filling out their IOUs, would take their pens and not replace it in the cup where all the pens are. The repository for pens. The place from whence the pen originated. And they will put it in the coin jar. They don't go in there. They go in the cup with the other pens. You don't put it in the change can. If I will set up a security camera and I will find out who does it. And every time I went in there, I said, son of a... They go right here. It's not like on the other side of the room or anything. It's not totally inconvenient. You take it out of the pen holder, you fill the thing out, you put it back in the pen holder. You don't dump it in the change can. That's not where it goes.
Get over yourself.
You're not part of this video. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
It's alright. Mom. She's trying desperately to ignore us and read her entertainment magazine, but kind of hard. Tim's hiding in the other room going, I can't believe these kids. You know what doesn't bother me for some reason, though? The IOUs you're supposed to tack up on the pegboard. Some people would dump them in the change can instead of pinning them up on the board. For some reason, that didn't bother me.
Oh.
Because I can kind of see, it's like, this is my IOU.
This is my money.
This is the money. It goes in the
money.
change can. I can kind of see the logic here, but not the damn pen.
Because the pens can leak and make the change all sticky. It's true.
I guess, but
No,
it's just the wrong place for the
leak.
pens. The pens have their place, and that is not it. It's one of my pet peeves. But too many people were not on their honor, so we don't have the honor bar anymore, so it's not something that bothers me anymore.
Aww.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Cars. Okay, so I don't like it when people back into car spaces. Like when you're in a parking lot and you gotta be like, there's a parking space. You pull into that. You pull. You don't go, like, you don't. That's dumb! However,
I know where this is going.
I love the pull-through. The pull-through is not a back-in. The pull-through is a special, amazing thing. Because you don't have to be a douche and back in, but you still can be awesome and pull forward and leave. It's fantastic. I can't stand people who back in. Like, I just think it's dumb. Like, I can't even describe the feelings and emotions that go into watching someone back into a car space. I think that you think that you're cool and you're not. You're just not. You're not. But the pull-through is awesome. If you got a pull-through...
Well, she didn't want to say anything.
What just happened?
Mom said,
you back in?
Just like she backed in at the
church this morning.
Church this morning.
Do you not remember?
You didn't back in church this morning. You did?
She's blocked it out.
I totally blocked that out. Because I totally would have said something if I remembered. Dude.
Now I have
there goes your bar cookies. Out the window. Cats eat them.
Man. Now I have to subtitle all of Mom's dialogue because the microphone's probably not picking her up. And people are like, what? What? So, I think therefore I am. But also, I get the impression that a lot of people back into spaces not because they think they're cool. I think I'm cool. I don't back into spaces because I can't be bothered. Which is interesting because this is the same critique I have about people who do back into spaces. I think they back into spaces so they don't have to back out of them because it's hard.
That's why the pull through is so great. But if you can back into a space,
you can back out of one. Yeah, seriously. It's like, oh no.
I see that. I have great peripheral vision, people, and I see that.
Let the court record show that Mom is shaking her head no in disagreement.
Violently.
When you back into a space, nobody back there's moving. When you're backing out, everybody else is leaving too.
I did.
So it's easier to back into a space that's empty and...
No one said that pet peeves were rational.
Logic has nothing to do with our heaving pets.
Sorry.
Logic has nothing to do with 23 hours of my day.
Okay, the pet peeves or really anything else.
There's about an hour that I have some sanity and I'm like, okay.
Are we on the last peeve here?
Yes,
yeah, we're on the last one. Okay.
Oh dear.
Must find my center.
Find the happy.
Must do another movie reference. Yep. Okay, final peeve.
See, but he found a center. This
Yes,
is right. There it goes. Just like the hook.
Poetry.
You don't like Robert Frost or
Oh,
Shel Silverstein?
No, Shel Silverstein's awesome, and Robert Frost has his place
Henry David Thoreau.
in the annals of history.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
That's how I pronounce it,
No.
because it makes me giggle because I'm immature. No, not so much poetry. I like poetry. I've written poetry, bad poetry. Poetry I may share with you one day. Mm-hmm.
You better put some comments and say, that's okay, Andy. No need.
We don't need to see your... Just talk about Nintendo.
We're good.
Maybe if you wrote a
You're
poem
doing fine
about
without
Nintendo,
it.
Yeah, so... Poetry that doesn't rhyme. If it doesn't rhyme, it's not a poem.
That is a lot.
You're right. That's completely false. I am wrong here. Poetry doesn't have to rhyme, but yes, it does. If it doesn't rhyme, it's not a poem. And I'm just going for a rhyme scheme here. Forget poetry that doesn't even have a meter. You can take your free verse and stuff it straight up your bum, Carolyn Goralchek. I remember you from high school, and your poetry was actually really fantastic. But it didn't have any meter, and it didn't rhyme, so it's not a poem. It was a structured paragraph, and it was really good, but it was not a poem.
Okay.
It has to rhyme.
Well, it's like, I don't like it when they force a rhyme. I can't even think of one right now, but when they're like, often and...
Chain and again.
Right,
Do
there's
not
one.
rhyme. Stop it.
No,
because
right.
I hear hip hop artists actually trying to, they're forcing the rhyme, and
there's forced rhyme. That's what I don't
They're
like.
not even mispronouncing the word. They're not. I've got a chain and I've got it again. They don't even do that. They just chain and again. You're not even trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poetry has to rhyme or it's not poetry. In my little world.
Right.
If your poetry doesn't rhyme, I'm annoyed. Actually, if your poetry doesn't rhyme and you call it poetry, then I'm annoyed. If you say, hey, look at this structured paragraph, I'll say, oh, what a lovely structured paragraph.
Very insightful.
Yes. So, thank you all for tuning in. I would be surprised if you made it this far. If you made it this far, prove it. No. The secret word is rutabaga. Hit up the comments and prove you made it to the end of the video by saying rutabaga somewhere in your comment.
Or as Steve Martin calls it, rutabaga.
Rutabaga. Wow. My blue heaven.
As I said.
That's obscure.
Boom, baby.
It's a vegetable. Toodaloo. have fun, Merry Christmas, and all the other holidays that are around this time of year. And stay tuned for more videos in the weeks to come. We're going to make another one pretty soon. Which, actually, that means this one's definitely going to be first now. I may put the other one first. And if I do that, then this is referring to the other one that you already watched, unless you're completely new to my channel, and then you haven't seen any of my other videos, and this isn't going to make any sense.
Which it probably didn't anyway.
That might be someone's pet peeve.
Boom. Meow.
Bye. This is my pet peeve. I'm petting my peeve. Hello, peeves.
And you didn't think you could do that on the internet? Oh, geez.